Going live. Yes, man, Quentin. Looking. I'm curious to see who turns up because, like, people think my channel is dead. Yes. Yes, peeps. Yeah, I'm trying to make a comeback, but see what's up. Damn, I kind of look good in here, bro. Like with the lightning and stuff, but kind of hot. Yeah, I've been away for a while. Just waiting for some more people to come and see if we can get like 10 or even like 8 or even like 6 or 5. So what do you guys think? Did you guys thought I quit YouTube, or did you guys think what was going through your mind? What do you guys hear before I actually tell you what's up? Dude, no. No. Don't be worried. Joe's out here, bro. I tried to get to Japan, but I couldn't, like, because of the restrictions, like those stupid restrictions. So it's like I kind of like fell into like a serious depression. I don't know. I fell into like some like depression. Like I think that was like a low time of my life, because I started spending a lot of money. The money that I saved up for Japan, bro. The money I saved up to, do you know what I mean? Go to the bars and buy those Japanese things like drinks and stuff. I spent it on like stupid stuff like food. So I kind of blew my money and I ran out of money. So yeah, so I was like, hell no, I'll quit YouTube because if I can't go to Japan, like I that was my thought process. If I can't go to Japan, like what is the point of my channel, Or maybe I should start a new one. But yeah, the title of this video is like, will I go back to Japan to see my Japanese sugar mama? And the answer is hell no. Fuck no. My Japanese sugar mama is trying to like sue me. What? My sugar mama is trying to sue me, and she's trying to like report me like to YouTube because like I don't know, like I think like a couple months ago she sent me like a video and she saw the video on like YouTube, like me with her going to the Love Hotel and stuff, and she's like, "Hello, Jozo-san, please take down the video." I was like, "Who the hell do you think you are, bro?" And the reason why I kind of like blurred her face, like in my videos, I never showed her, bro, never. And there's a reason why I never showed her is because I knew stuff like that would happen like later down the line. first she agrees to do an interview and this and that and do all the kinky stuff, like, you know, going to the love hotel with me and like this and that, you know. Then I added the video, I posted, and she's like, why are you blurring my face? Are you ashamed of being with me? I was like, no, baby. It's not like that. It's absolutely not like that. I love you. You know I love you. And then like she would forget about all of that, you know, that we even like did a video together. And then me being this like me, I knew that she like later down the line, she would regret filming a video with me once we're not together anymore. Do you know what I mean? Once the video went viral and people in Japan realized like what's going on. But she can't sue me. Yes, partner. It's been a while. It's been a long time. I know. I just been saying that I was depressed and stuff because I couldn't get to Japan. And by the way, Japan is still closed, so can't do anything about it. So I decided to go back home. Like, I've never really been to Africa, but like obviously I'm going back home to my roots, you know. And I went back. I was broke, like literally, like I said, all my money that I saved for Japan, I spent. So like I was depressed. I don't know. I had to borrow money. You know, like I had to borrow money to get like a flight back to Africa. I've never like this is my first time in Africa, you know. So I had to like borrow money to get a flight to Africa. Luckily, my dad has like a flat here. Like it's a pretty big flat. I don't know. I don't want to move things around too much. Like it's a big flat, you know. So I kind of could like be here and I don't know, chill. And if you have seen my last video, where to find the sugar mamas, that's what I basically did, you know, like I would like spend $3 on like ads. I would like spend $3 on like ads looking for sugar mamas, making sure like I look all good and stuff, like, and then typing on Instagram how to find sugar mamas because I needed money. You know, here in Africa, people are broke, you know, and I just had to like find ways to make money, you know. And luckily, I met my current, like, I don't want to call her sugar mama. Yeah, she's my sugar mama because she sponsors me, but she's a little bit younger than me. Japan been getting on my nerves. That's why, yo. Bro, they've been taking the piss. They say take this, you know, take the, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but they say take the bloop bloop. I call the thing bloop bloop. Yeah? Take the bloop bloop and you can enter Japan. Right? You take the bloop bloop. You enter Japan. Meanwhile, you had to take the second bloop bloop until you can enter Japan. You take the second bloop bloop, waiting to enter Japan. Then there comes the third bloop bloop. See whether you can enter Japan. But Japan is still closed. You take the third bloop bloop. Japan is still closed for everybody. So what to do, you know? Like, I think it was open. Like, some people in my Discord, they managed to enter like the short period, but because they had like a student visa, you know. But honestly, I don't know, man. Let's just wait for Japan to reopen up, you know, and just get prepared, you know. If you have any questions about Japan, like, ask right now. And like, I don't even give a fuck no more. I will tell you the truth about Japan. Honestly, I'll tell you something in a minute about Japan, by the way. Let me just read some of the questions. Yeah. Visiting other countries, that's the best thing you can do. Don't waste your time. You know, like, it's out of your control. Dude, when I went to the airport, like with my luggage and everything. I don't know whether you guys saw the video, like entering like Japan airline, like that, like row for the Japanese people, and they turned me down. I don't even know. I felt like I was like imprisoned and restricted. That is what made me really depressed. It's like somebody takes me in handcuffs and puts me in like a small box. I'm not like that free butterfly, that free bird that can like do whatever he wants, go to different places, and the funny thing is, I traveled with no money previously, right? By that time I had money, bro. Like YouTube was making me money. My book was selling. Everything was copaceting, bro. I could have stayed in Japan for like a year or two, bro. And all of a sudden this happened. Like nothing went according to plan. Like I don't know whether you can see where I'm coming from. Like that kind of like feeling like you in a cage, like somebody's put you in a cage just because of some stupid thing that is like a cold. Let me see. What was he saying? Yeah, bro. Like I'm thinking of starting it now, but the thing is like um obviously um yeah, I've got plans in mind. Like I've got plans, but I'm not really like interested in sharing it right now. Like I've got big plans, bro. Like by the way, if you want to make money, go to Africa. Africa, man. Like if you know what you're doing right now and you come to Africa and do that shit, bro, like that I have no doubt you become a millionaire, bro. Because the people here, like um Africans don't produce anything, right? They have no skills. Like it's like you come here and you like surrounded by people who have like are somewhat like down in IQ, like no competition, bro. And like if you can like have a skill like that, bro, you make $1 million, bro. Like people say Africa is poor and this and that. No, people have money, bro, but they just don't know what to do with the money, you know? Like I got plans, you'll see me. Nah. The only countries I've faced racism, like it's very few countries, right? The only countries I've faced racism in was obviously Germany, because I grew up there. Singapore, surprisingly Singapore, but it's like an ignorant racism, like an ignorant, like where they say, "Oh, you black, we don't trust you." But in Japan, here's one thing I won't say, like, and I never really like to admit it, but in Japan, like, you don't get racism, you get ignorance. Like people are not racist towards you. Either they're very welcoming and they love you, they think you're cool because of the media stereotypes, or, which is more likely the case, they'll be afraid of you. Where's my water? Wait, I have to stretch a little bit. My back is hurting. Like people in Japan, like they'd be afraid of you, and especially the girls, bro, that have never really been with like a blackie. Most of them will be afraid of you. I'm telling you. So you have to be extra like nice and extra childish and extra gentle. You're gonna have to do some things that would maybe like put off other like girls, like African girls or white girls. Like if you childish and all playful and stuff, with like white girls, they'd be like you weenie. But Japanese, it kind of like disarms you. That's the only thing I would say. Like they'd be afraid of you. So it's very hard as a black person to pull because they always think you like have guns. Like I used to have like piercings, right? And Japanese girls would ask me, "Hello, excuse me, are you a gangster?" I'd be like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm a gangster." Meanwhile, I'm a fucking dweeb, bro. I'm saying. But honestly, I'm gonna be real. Like I've been lying most of the time on my channel. Like I never really found Japanese girls attractive, if I'm gonna be honest. I just did it for the cloud. If you look at my Instagram, like every weekend I'll be pulling Japanese girls. But then at the end of the day, I kind of like, it's not my type at all. Like Asian girls, like, not to sound racist or anything, but like I've never really been attracted to them. So I just did it for my channel. Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore. Anyway, like I can admit it because I'm not gonna go back to Japan for sure. Africa is my dream country now, you know? Yeah, don't waste your time on Japan. Japan, you know what? Can I tell you the truth, man? Japan, like, is really awesome if you want to visit for 2 weeks. But after that, you feel really lonely because, especially me as a black person, not racism, but like people will ignore you and get out of your way because they're afraid that you will speak English with them. And it's embarrassing because most of them don't speak English. That's what literally my sugar mama taught me. It's like I ask her, babes, why does nobody want to sit next to me in a train? Is it because I'm black? And they said no, because people don't speak English and they don't want you to ask them for directions or anything and embarrass them in front of everybody. And I used to have the same problem, you know, like when I moved to England, I was embarrassed to like be around English people because I don't want them to ask me anything in English because I couldn't speak English, you know, like so where I'm from, people laugh at you if you don't speak English, you know. Yes, welcome, bro. Australia, Australia. Australia, bro. Like, I had a great time in Australia, bro. Like, Australia's a good place to be, man. But right now, I don't think it'll be a good place. What's it like over in Australia right now? It's funny that my channel, like, I haven't posted in a year, but my channel grew like throughout the whole year. Like, I remember like the last time I posted, I had like just under 10,000 subscribers. Now it's like 16 or 15,000 subscribers. So I realized like might as well not quit, you know. But I was like rock bottom. But I'm trying to get back into it. Hey, bro. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm not even going back to Germany. Like there's a lot of Germans here, you know. They say they preferred hero. Like basically, I'm in Africa and Ghana. Like if you just came into the chat, and there's a lot of like Germans here. I went to like a party where I like saw a lot of mixed race people and a lot of Germans, and they were saying like how the Germans are like they couldn't stand it, so they moved to Africa. Africa is not that of a shithole. Like, okay, let me say it's a shithole, but not for you. Because if you Western and like you get like $2-3, you can live like a king, you know, and you go like to like I'm telling you right now, if you like Western and you have got some money or like a good appearance, you can meet a politician, bro. Like there's so many misconceptions about Africa that like I want to debunk, you know, because at first I was afraid to come here as well. Yeah, right on the spot, bro. I've planned to travel to Japan, but I don't know what steps to take to learn Japanese. Have any advice? Yeah, I've got advice. But what I did is I went to like an online website. It's called Language Trainers. That's what it's called. Like I was in college. I learned like Japanese in college. Like you could choose like a language module. Um, which I took, and at the same time at home on my private time, I kind of like took like I went to the website called Language Trainers, and I paid like I think $1,000 or something like that for 1 year of Japanese, like for 100 hours of Japanese lessons. And bro, it helped me a lot because I got like a really good mark for my Japanese in college. But when you go to Japan, you will find that your lessons is very academic. You won't really learn. You won't really understand anything, and your talking will be bullshit too. But it in some way it gives you like an advantage to pick things up faster. That's what I would do, you know. But you don't really have to learn Japanese because if you will, you won't make Japanese friends, bro. If you go to Japan, you won't make Japanese friends. hello, goodbye, this and that. There's very few Japanese people that want to be friends with you because like most of them like hang out with Japanese people. So you will find mostly foreigners that you hang out with foreigners and you meet Japanese people in that way where you hang out with foreigners and like on a night out, taking a smoke or hanging out and stuff. I mean, who would want to go to Australia at this point now, Hey, bro, like, it's true, but where is it not corrupt, And by the way, um, wherever you, wherever there's corruption, there's like gap holes in the system, right? You can game it. Do you see what I mean? Like, if you come to Africa and you have money, which you will have because you have like a foreign currency, then you can game the system because anything, bro, like, dude, bro, let me just say, I don't want to get demonetized. You can do anything with money here, bro. Like, if you want to, like, if you, for example, accidentally murder someone, bro, you pay money, you get free of court, bro. Like, the girls here, like, it doesn't matter whether she's a 1, it doesn't matter whether she's a 10. The minute she sees you have money, she will basically whore herself out for you. Like, literally. Like, it's really primitive here, like without like any offense. But like corruption in a way, if a country is corrupt, that means it's poor, you know? And if you have money, you can find ways to kind of like play the system to have a better life in a way, Obviously, I wouldn't advise it. Like, obviously, I'm not giving you live advice, but what I'm saying is like, bro, if you come here, bro, you realize that it is a shithole, but it's not, Nice, bro. Yeah, Africa, bro. Like, listen, like, I'm literally settling here, bro. Like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Like, and business is really going well, bro. Like, if you have internet access, you speak English, you can live here very well. You, you don't even need a job, bro. You know what you do is you go fucking. A lot of people don't have like internet. So what you do is if you save up a little bit of money and like maybe like $2,000 and then import stuff, get yourself like a little shop and sell it like triple, 4 times the price. People will buy because they have no other means of getting the items that you are selling. Does that make sense? It's very easy to make money here. Very easy. And people respect you a little bit more because you're foreign. Black people here don't respect black people like Africans themselves. But if they see that you're from somewhere else, they'll respect you. And they'll rather do business with you than with like the locals. What comment is not true, bro? Tell me. Yo, I'm in Ghana, Accra. I listen. Honestly, to be fair, after Nepal, not Africa has been like the best country I've traveled to, and I never expected it. Like, it's not a country, obviously it's a continent, but Ghana is like the best country. Yeah, Ghana is like the best country I've traveled to so far. And there's a lot of reasons for it, but like, bro, the sugar mamas here, bro, they're so plentiful. Like, there's so many of them, bro. And it's like, um I wanted to make a video on like the different types because I've been traveling around the world and I've been meeting women with money, you know? And there's certain women that you should stay away from And there's certain women where you see, yes, you're gonna have a good time, you know, like bro, in Africa, man, it's like a paradise. And I'm really, in terms of my girl, I'm gonna like introduce you guys to her at some point. Like I'm gonna get her here and do live with her. Um, like her father owns like a mining company. I think it's gold. Like there's a lot of gold here. So like she's got like a lot of money and stuff. My previous, if you check out my previous video, she like bought me an iPhone. She's got a lot of money and stuff. So she's young, she's got a fat ass, and has got money. So in a way, like I can't complain. And she helped me out a lot until I got to my feet. I can't really see all the comments. Uh right now, like I don't know. I don't really consider myself traveling. Am I traveling? Like, because I'm planning to live here, like, and have like a family here and shit, you know. So I'm working. I've got my own importing company. YouTube is paying me some AdSense. My book is selling, and then I'm trying to start like like another online business, but just need to get myself some time, you know. But like I'm not traveling anymore. What I used to do is I opened like a YouTube channel, like to make money. I opened a YouTube channel before I started traveling. First of all, before doing anything, I started saving a lot of money, around like $3,000. That includes all my tickets, by the way. I've paid for them all, so I had like $3,000. I did a YouTube channel just to kind of like flex that I can travel kind of thing, but it turned out it kind of like later became monetized, but not to an extent where I could travel on it. So what I did is I went to Australia, and before I actually started traveling, I got myself like a working holiday in Australia. Worked for like 8 months and saved up maybe like $10,000 or $12,000, and I continued traveling. And by the time the $12,000 ran out, the monetization was of YouTube and my book that I luckily somehow read, you know, I have written, made enough money for me to sustain myself. But then that bitch Corona happened, you know, and like, well, I'm making money and shit, but I can't go anywhere, you know. It was very depressing, you know. So I was like, fuck this, I'm quitting, because what's the point, you know? What sounds like South America? Fucking mosquitoes, bro. You're gonna get malaria in here, bro. Bro, if you can come to Africa and you survive like the initial 6 weeks or so, like you get a lot of sicknesses like malaria and stuff. Like if you survive it, bro, the we don't call it the full word, we call it koro here. The koro, you will there's no big deal here, bro. You bro, like your immune system will, by the time you get koro, your immune system will be so strong that like it will have no effect on you. Yeah, Australia has like good opportunities, but like at the same time, like I don't know, man. Like for me, being in a country where you are like a foreigner, no matter what you are, like obviously here in Africa I'm a foreigner, but I'm black like everybody else. Like it doesn't feel like I wanna, you know, like I don't feel like I'm part like it doesn't matter how good a country is, people will always see you as a black man, you know. Like it just doesn't make me want to stay anywhere other than here, you know what I mean? Like us, but Australia had like a good time, and the money, bro, like bro, if you want to make money within a short period of time working, bro, Australia's the place, because they pay you like $30 an hour. Like nobody knows about it. Like I randomly find out about it by like just going there, bro. You make $30 an hour. You can save like $12,000 in like 6 to 7 months. If you like smart with your money, you don't drink, you don't smoke, and don't buy alcohol and shit, you know? Hey, bruh. All good, man. Bro, come, bro. Like, don't be afraid. Do you know what? I booked my ticket to Africa before, but I canceled it. I paid for visa and everything. I canceled because I was afraid. You know, I've never been here. I thought like they're gonna like cannibalism, bro. But no, I can attest to like Africa is like the best. The only thing that I would say, and I'm gonna get to it, that I don't like about Africa is like I don't know whether I'm allowed to talk about it uh on YouTube, but I'm gonna just mention it briefly. One, the people here is like the people don't care about humanitarian things. Like they care more about money than people. And the second thing is witchcraft, bro. And I want to say very briefly, and I'm not gonna go much into it unless somebody asks me about it. I'm like this super hardcore atheist. I don't believe in anything that like works, you know. But like, I never believed in any of that stuff until I fucked with the wrong person, bro. I messed with the wrong person, and he did something to me that I can't describe because I would sound crazy, you know. I would sound crazy on camera. Like I'm not crazy, bro. Like I'm like legit, like logical, bro. I went to the best university in like UK, bro. Like if you have heard of, you know what I mean? But there's some shit we will never understand, bro. That Africans, for some reason, know how to fucking work it, bro. Very scary shit, bro. So don't offend people. Don't mess with people here, bro. Because you might be able to fight them physically, but if they come after you spiritually, like, bro, there's some shit I've seen. I don't want to mention it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'm gonna cut it short, but like, it's real, bro. And I know it might sound crazy, but this shit is real, bro. And I wonder why, like, nobody knows about it. You know, like, it's like, let's put it this way. You know how physics, right? Let's say you are in like Neanderthal, right? And you don't know what physics is, right? I'm gonna give like a stupid example. And you see an airplane for the first time. You would think like, or like a helicopter, you would think it's like aliens, or you would think it's like the devil or something like that. You can't comprehend it. You'd be like, holy shit, what is this, bro? And you take your spear and try and throw it at it, right? The same goes to me when I came here, right? Stuff that I've seen, I'll be thinking like, are Africans like the devil? You know, like how are you able to do this? You know, how can you get hit by a bullet and not blood not coming out? You know what I mean? Like things that you would think like, what is going on? You know, or okay, I'll tell you what one guy did to me. I don't know whether. Well, let me see the comments whether anybody like cares to know. Bro, that shit is real, bro. And I'm gonna tell you what happened like in a minute. I don't think Japan will ever open up, bro. I don't think this year or next year, probably in 2 years' time or so, because I think they're like onto something, you know? They don't want anything. They don't want anything to do with like people bringing any new variants into their country. I want to import coffee from Africa. Bro, go ahead, bro. But be careful doing business with Africans because I find them not to be honest. A lot of times they don't keep their word. So you best of coming here and then how do you call it? You best of coming here and then like get the shit physically and ship it yourself or somehow. Because Africans, they no matter what, they will try and fuck you over, like with money. It's not like in the West, bro. Okay, let me just mention all the countries that I've been to. Oh man, my fucking back hurts, bro. So I'm gonna lie down a bit. Oh, my back hurts. So I hope you can still like. So I've been to. I start off with obviously from Germany to England. Then I went to Japan. From Japan, I went to Thailand. Then I went to Malaysia, Singapore. Singapore was definitely my least favorite country because they're racist, bro. You know, in Singapore, what they did to me is like they put me like in the airport. They put me in a room with all the Muslims, like there were like turbans and hijabs and stuff, thinking I was a terrorist. And I was deeply offended by that, by the way. I was very offended. Very offended. And I was like, how are you guys stereotyping us like that? You know, like minorities. And then okay, that's the cool thing about being black, right? In Thailand, I met a guy, he lived in Singapore. And my flight was to Singapore. And I said, I have no money. I ran out of money. And he said, oh, sure. I won't be in Singapore, but I will tell you my address and you can stay at my place. Because he was a brother, like for some reason, like we stick together when in need and abroad, right? But as I was entering his like apartment complex, it was like a explaining this like the lady, like there was like a watch lady. I was explaining to her like my situation and shit. And I'm gonna visit my friend house. And then she said, like, is he black? And she said, because I was talking with her and she liked me. And I said, like, yeah, because he's African, like I'm planning to go to Africa at some point. He's like, don't go to African people. Don't go to Africa people. They're dangerous, and they're poor. Saying it to a black person who's African, I'm like, what? And that killed it for me. Singapore is like the least favorite country. So after Singapore, I went to Australia just to work. I never really I had a good time in Australia, but I never really was there for a good time. Then from Australia, I went to Japan. I went back to Japan. The second time to Japan, it was really good and it was really fun. So I would rate Japan number 1 in terms of Okinawa. Tokyo was bullshit, bro. Tokyo was not that great. Osaka was not that great, but Okinawa was good. Then from Japan, I went to Sri Lanka. I didn't like Sri Lanka. I regret going there because I've been there before. I didn't see anything new. Then I went to India. India was cool. India was very cool actually, because like India is like bigger than Europe. India in a way is like every state is like a different country, bro. Like it look completely different. There's some desert countries, there's some like where you see like skyscrapers, like different states look completely different. So that was cool. Nepal, I was kind of like at some point I went to Indonesia as well. Indonesia where I met some sugar mamas and stuff, like that was cool, but I didn't enjoy it that much because at that point I was already burnt out from travel. And then I went to Nepal. I think Nepal was my favorite country. It's not because I don't know, it's because I went to like a remote mountain area and it's like a village thing, and it was the most travel experience that I could get within like 3 weeks. But now, because okay, let me put it this way. A country is good depending on what stage you are. Indonesia, I should have enjoyed Indonesia a lot, right? Because I was partying, I was fucking mad bitches and everything. But at that point, it was the end of my travel and I was exhausted, so I couldn't really make the most out of it. Like I was forcing myself to go out and party because my friends wanted me to go out and party, so I didn't enjoy it as much. Whereas Nepal was very quiet and boring, but because at that point it was the end of my travel, I enjoyed Nepal. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was like really quiet and really chill and mountain and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm at the stage where I don't want to travel anymore and I want to settle down. So Africa is for me like now my favorite. Honestly, like I didn't expect like so many people to try it. So I'm gonna take a few more questions. Cool, bro. I didn't know that, man. All right, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna say what happened to me. Bro, man. All right, so I had this friend who in a way fucked me over. He wasn't really my friend, he was pretending to be my friend. So I fucked him over back, right? But 10 times more. I'm not gonna say what I did, but 10 times more. And then that guy, because like that guy kept looking for me. He always came to my house, but I was never there. So I would hear that he's always coming to my house to look for me. And I got so annoyed because it's like almost like harassment because he wanted to confront me in a way. So I went there to his place to just beat him up. Look, you don't know, but I'm a boxer, bro. I was like a British champion, and I wanted to knock him out. Like I wanted to like go there and like shut him up, bro. So I confronted him, but he asked, like, I don't know, like he asked me whether I really did what I said I would, like what I did, why I did it, and I just laughed in his face, and I wanted to fuck him up, but then he said, like, I grabbed his hand, ready to hit him, and he said no. And all of a sudden, I could feel myself, like my anger that I wanted to like direct towards him, being absorbed from me. Like all of a sudden, I felt like I couldn't hit him. Like I didn't want to hit him because it felt like he was more angry than me. You know what I mean? That was the first thing. And then he said, "You will see." When an African says "you will see," he doesn't mean he will mess you up physically. He means you will see what will happen to you. So I didn't take it serious. I just like say whatever, like case closed. But that night, bro, when I was trying to go to bed, I found myself like thinking about what he meant by "you will see." Whatever. Again, I went to bed and I started getting like weird dreams, bro. Like really weird dreams. And I'm gonna describe the dream because you will see how it kind of like refers to what he means by "you will see." I was on a roller coaster following chickens. Like like I like animals, so like I kind of like to chase them. And all of a sudden, like a bunch of hornets sting the bee, sting the chicken that I'm following and kill it. So I'm running away because hornets are the only animals that I'm afraid of. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I ran away and keep in mind, it's on my right, like a portal is opening, right? You will see how it relates back to what I'm trying to make, the point I'm making. A portal is opening, like a really scary portal, like where it's really dark and you can hear like screams, like the screams. You know how it sounds like? It sounds like people screaming and suffering. This is what it sounded like. And something was telling me like, oh, is that what he means? Like, I know that something is coming for me. So I look into that portal and immediately I get sucked in. And what I see is like a different dimension, but me being really small and standing in front of a woman, like a woman carved out of stone, looking down on me very angrily. Again, I'm not crazy, but I'm gonna sound crazy right now. So I look at that woman and something deep down was telling me it's the guy that told me "you will see." Maybe it's like his spiritual version or his spiritual form or whatever, right? So I look up to that bitch and I say, I'm not scared. And the minute I like it looked at me, it frowned at me very angrily. But keep in mind, it didn't move because it was like carved out of stone. I knew it was the guy, but I don't know. I can't pinpoint. But it's just like when I meet him, I get the same aura from him. And the minute I said I'm not afraid, bitch, I didn't say bitch, but I just said I'm not afraid. I woke up out of my dream. I woke up, right? And I found myself in a sleeping paralysis. But the only difference between sleeping paralysis was that Juju at its finest, bro. I'm gonna sound super crazy, bro. Like, listen, hear me out. I'm not crazy, bro. And I'm an atheist. Like, I believe in God, but I don't really go to church and I don't believe in any of that. But that guy showed me, bro. So I woke up and I find myself in a sleeping paralysis. And the only I had sleeping paralysis before. It's not a big deal, bro. But the only difference between this sleeping paralysis and all the different sleeping paralysis I had in my life is this one, I was conscious, but I couldn't move. right? And I could feel my body temperature going beyond normal, like really hot. Like it's like I'm in boiling water, and my body started shaking, bro. Like you, like shaking beyond like I was. It's like I had like a I was possessed or something like that. Like violently shaking, like shaking like you would. Do you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, I would see something in my room. It was not clear, it was really dark. I would see like a female figure in my room, right? And the minute the female figure appeared, my breathing stopped. I couldn't breathe. Like it felt like somebody, bro, man. The first breath I tried to take was a normal breath. The second breath, it was less oxygen going into my lungs. The third breath, even less, until I couldn't breathe. And I could feel myself passing out. Like I was dying, bro. It felt like I was dying. And then all of a sudden, the atheist me started praying, and all of a sudden, the minute I prayed, it all went away. Obviously, I didn't think anything of it because I thought it's just another sleeping paralysis. So I went to work the next day, and my worker said, "Why are you so pale? And you've gone really thin." People were saying you've gone really thin, and that's when I knew, man, the guy wasn't joking, bro. So I went to the guy and I apologized. No, I didn't apologize. Like I told my mom, and my mom said I should give him the I should give the number of the guy. And the guy told me that he told my mom that he has a spirit with him, and like he's he's got like a curse in his family, and he can do shit like that, and he's done it before. And I was like, that's so creepy, bro. And I called, like, after that, I called him to apologize. And after all is done, he said he's forgiven me. And after that, I asked him like point blank, bro, like, obviously, thanks for forgiving me, but I want to ask you something. And yeah, go ahead. I asked him, are you the devil? And it was like he was a bit ashamed. He could tell I was afraid of him. And he's like, no, I'm not. But I was like, if I say stuff and if I curse someone, it will really happen because um in my family we have that spiritual guide that if somebody offends us, we can punish that person. And that's when I said, okay, thanks for forgiving me. Boom, I hung up the phone and that's it, bro. Like I never spoke to him again. He's not my friend, and it in a way it humbled me. And it made me realize there is another world that we are not aware of. There's another, like, I feel like we've been lied to, like that God is not real and this and that, or that the devil is not real. I don't know about that, bro. Like after what I've experienced. The second time I've experienced juju, oh, I remember now, is when I slept with a girl, bro. I slept with a girl that was not quite right in the head, and I started getting like the weird visions, like sleeping paralysis, like, and I kind of like put one and one together, and I feel like it's no coincidence. You made a man, what spirit? Ask me more concrete questions, because getting a sugar mama is easy. It's just what's difficult is to find them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I came up with. Like, it's very difficult to find them if you don't know where to look for, but to get them is very easy. All you have to be is like young, try to be good looking, and a lot of energy. Yeah, man, he's doing good, bro. Simply Green is doing good. Where are you looking at? I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm gonna go offline in like 5 minutes because I want to sleep. I'm really tired and actually pretty hungry as well. Um, in terms of sugar mamas, bro, your best bet, like depending on where you are, if you're like in a tropical area, let me put it this way: there's like different types of sugar mamas. They're the ones that are on holiday. They're the divorced ones. They're the ones that are like have a rich dad. They're the ones that are like business women, and there are like I wrote another one down, and they're the lonely ones, right? Personally, ignore every single one of them except for the people that are on holiday or the rich young girls, right? Because I tell you what, the business women, you'll find them in like, hotspot areas, city center, but these women, they'll give you shine. If you know my code word for shine, it's like, I don't want to say it because YouTube censors you, but they give you shine, but they won't pay up all the time, like like they will use you as a toy, right? The divorced ones, they're okay, but they have a lot of baggage. The ones on holiday, they just want to have fun and they pay you for the fun. Hotels, you go to like different like day clubs, where the rich people hang out, right? In terms of my rich girlfriend, where I met her is through Instagram. I just put out an ad to the rich area and said, ask them questions. Just check out my video. I've posted like a video last week saying how to meet girls, where to meet the sugar mamas. But what you do is you put an ad out, or like you look at hashtags, right? You look at hashtags and like DM the woman with like certain hashtags that are related to sugar mamas or dating young or dating up or whatever. But what I did is I put like a video out of myself and I targeted the rich areas here in Africa and asked them, is it okay for a relationship to like, is it, can a relationship last if the woman has more money than the guy? And the women that will answer your questions are like 5% of them will be sugar mamas, right? Some of them will just say no, some of them will say yes, but just to virtual signal. But there would like be like a small minority where they say yes, money doesn't matter as long as they love you. Those ones you want to DM them like really fast. Like you want to DM them really badly. In terms of Tinder, I don't know whether Tinder works. I never really had much success with Tinder, but like Instagram, bro, it's like the only like legit way because you can like target specific rich areas where broke women will never get you. I don't know. You came late to this chat, but I just want to say, Japanese women are my least favorite. Asian women are my least favorite, man. Like Shine Chan with Japanese women, man, I don't like it, man, because they are really thin. Like, I just did it for the cloud. I just did it for the channel, bro. Like, honestly. But I wouldn't, like, if you ask me now, I would not I would not go and shine a Japanese girl. No, I'm not, like, I'm growing older and I realize that like I'm realizing what I like, and Japanese girls are not what I like at all. At all, bro. The thing with us youngsters is like a lot of times we don't go for the girls that we like. We don't go for the girls that we really like. We go for the girls that our ego likes. Like, let me explain. We go for the girls that we think people will look up to us for. Like your boys, like say, oh, dude, that girl you laid is wow. So our ego get boosted. But meanwhile, we might like this little nerd on the corner of the class, but we're afraid to talk to them because what others might think. I like black girls, bro. I'm gonna be real. White and black girls, nothing else. I don't like Latinas. Um, my sugar mama, I never really ask her for money, but she buys me shit, like she buys me iPhones. She buy like really ask for any money, really. Like, like if we go somewhere, she pays. If I say I like that, she buys me that stuff. But like in Australia, I had one sugar mama, she was giving me allowance. My Japanese sugar mama was giving me allowance. But this girl, she's more cool. I don't want to spoil it because I take her a little bit more serious. Thailand, bro. Like Thai girls, bro. I don't know, man. They don't like black guys. I actually you have to go after a certain niche. I'm trying to get back into YouTube, like seeing people coming online and watching my live stream. It's very motivating. I didn't think anybody would turn up. So I'm gonna try to do like once a week and then post a video once a week and see where I'm going from there. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go back to bed. Thanks for turning up. Appreciate it. Like this stream if you enjoyed it. Show me like some love so I can get more motivation. Um But yeah, man, I'm coming back because I have been depressed like for a really long time in terms of like for this 1 year I've been posting it. But I read every single message I get, even though I might not respond. But like I read and I'm like, wow, man, maybe I should come back. And it's like because of you guys, I decided to like keep going, bro. But I'm gonna change direction because Japan is done, bro. Like this chapter is over with. Japan is closed, man, and I'm gonna do like Sugar Mama videos and Africa videos because I think it deserves like it's like an untouched niche. And I've got like skills in it. Anyway, any more last questions before I go? Let me check my phone. Like the stream. Follow me on Instagram. Uh follow my how do you call it? Discord. Bro, if you have dollars, if you have euros, if you have pounds, fuck, even if you have rupees, man, you can live like a king here in Africa, bro. Because again, Africa is like again a third world country. It's like, okay, how do I put it? Let's say you used to playing a game and you are like a level 20 noob and like everyone is like 60, 68 and shit, 69, and you get killed constantly in the game. The minute you come to Africa, level 20 is like really high because because everybody else is like level 2, level 3. Do you get what I'm saying? You live like a king, bro. Once I make more money, it's not once I make more money, it's like when I make consistent money. That's when I start planning on like starting my own family. But I've realized traveling the world, I want my kids to look like me. I want them to be black and like know my language and stuff. Like I for some reason I started embracing my African side a lot more. I've never been to France, bro, but I think France would be like the perfect epitome for like the sugar mamas that are local, not like traveling and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I met one woman, she was older and I never did anything with her, but like, like I can see like French women, they have like a class to them, you know? It'd be very interesting. How to exit a relationship? I don't know. I've never really had a relationship. Like what I do is I meet you, I shine you, I hang out, maybe we go out and eat and hang out and stuff. But I never say let's be in a relationship. I will never be. I never do that. So for me, exiting is very easy by just like still talking to them, but less meeting them and stuff. Like I distance myself slowly. Especially with the girls that are infatuated with me, because if you cut it off right away, they go crazy after you. So I distance myself. I meet them here and then and stuff, but like I distance myself slowly, like not always replying and stuff. But then it's I was busy and this and that, just to let it fade off. After America, I would say from the countries I've been to, um, Singapore and Australia. But Australians, the funny thing is Australians are not racist to me because I'm African. Or I'm Western. They're racist to like Aboriginal people. And it's really weird because like for the first time you feel like you're not the last person on the planet. I don't know, man. Like it's like the Aboriginal people are below the Africans. You know, like it feels really strange, but at the same time, it's not acceptable because if the Aboriginal people were not there, you'd be last. You get what I'm saying? So you always have to defend them because if you don't defend them and they're out of the way, you're next in line. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but the problem with those sugar mamas are that they're like really old, like kind of old. You know what I mean? Bro, I already got land. I already got land. But yeah, man, I'm trying to build something, bro. Like I'm growing up, you know, like all of this, like you know, the reason why I started traveling is because I had like a midlife crisis, not a midlife crisis, but like a quarter life crisis. I felt like I didn't bang enough bitches, and I didn't want to go into the working world and be like a working machine. So I realized that I needed to do something. So I started saving and travel. But as you get older, you realize that your priorities and what you value changes. You know, like I don't know how to put it. Like when I was 21, that's when I started traveling. I just wanted to fuck bitches and party, right? But as I got older, like 23, 24, all I wanted to do is make money online and make money, right? Now I'm like 26, going to 27. I want to settle down and like build something like a legacy so that I, you know, like can grow up and have like kids and stuff, you know? So like each stage you grow up changes, you know, like what you might value then you won't value in a couple of years time, you know? So it's like you have to kind of plan your life really well, you know, because if you say you're going to travel when you get rich, you might not get rich right away. You get what I'm saying? You might get rich like in 5 years time, but then you won't want to travel, or if you travel you might not have the energy to do the things that you want to do. Do you know what I mean? So like you have to plan your life really well. I think I was pretty lucky traveling, just like going off like that, you know. I'm like 5'8". I'm not very tall. I think Greece girls are pretty attractive, but I've never really been to Greece. You know, I don't really much about it. Oh man, I've been going like for an hour. So, boys, man, I'm gonna go. Like this stream, please, just to give me some, how do you call it, confidence. 25 likes. Wow. I was. Do you know what's funny in terms of China? In terms of China, I was in China on the 20. No, on the. I was in China on the 12th of January. I was in China on 12th of January 2021, just before the corona news hit. And I was on a transit to Australia. And like literally, had I left, like had I been 2 days later, I wouldn't have made it into Australia. And my channel would have never existed because I wouldn't have enough money to travel. Honestly, I don't know. I've never lived in Japan, but you know what I'm talking about. You will enter Japan and it seems like a whole new world to you. The first 2 weeks were probably the best times of your life. You'll party, you will eat sushis, you will meet Japanese girls for some shine. You'll do all, right? After you've done it, after you've seen all the sights, after you've met all the people, after you've done what you want to do, then what? I tell you what happened to me and what happened to a lot of people that are first time travelers is, let's say you have booked yourself for 6 weeks in Japan, right? You spend the first 2 weeks, you've done everything because like there's the adrenaline, there's the hype, there's the happiness, there's the theme there. You want to do this, you want to see this, you want to go there, do that. Right? After you've done that, maybe like let's say 3 weeks max. After 3 weeks, if you haven't burned out, you will run out of things to do. So you will find that you will just be in your room and bored a lot of times. you know? And the horrible, horrible, horrible thing is like a psychological. You don't know what to do, so you won't leave the house. But at the same time, you hear people enjoying themselves in the sun, being out and shining, but you're afraid to leave the house. It's like this weird psychological prison where you don't know what to do, so you won't even leave the house. You're like in your hostel or in your hotel because you have no plan, you know? And it kind of can quickly turn into like loneliness and depression. Unless you are social and you find a way to make friends when you're traveling. That's it becomes very hard, but once you make one or two friends, you have a reason to leave the house, you know, and look forward to something. And I think that's how it will feel like when you financially independent, you know, like you have achieved all your goals. It's like then what? You know? That's how I see it, but maybe I'm wrong, but that's like I had countless of people who have experienced the same thing. All right. Thanks for being around, man. Guys, I'm gonna go offline. See ya.